I was born in Pakistan, and so it's a Muslim country. I have clear memories of as a 5-year-old playing in the yard, and Pakistan was at war with Bangladesh when I was around 5. And I'd be out playing in the yard, and the air raid sirens would go off. And, you know, everybody has to come into the house and go into the bunker to hide, because then there's bombs flying everywhere. And I remember thinking as a 5-year-old that I want to do something to help people, because I knew people were getting hurt. And at that point, I decided that I want to be a doctor. And that was going very well, except over time, the doctor needed a doctor. So I was feeling, I had joint pains, I had fatigue, I was foggy, I needed 2 double espressos to start my day and 800 of ibuprofen to end my day. And no amount of sleep made me feel refreshed. And my traditional medicine friends wanted to put me on antidepressants. And I knew that that wasn't the case, that there was something else going on. And fortunately for me, I found functional medicine. I went to a conference, and the first day I knew that what they were talking about made sense, because it's all research-based, evidence-based. And I asked one of the professors there to take me on as a patient. So I went through myself with blood testing, with lifestyle changes, diet changes, IVs, hyperbaric, everything. And I felt better. And then I was like, okay, this works. It helped me, so why not I do this for my patients? And so I started studying with the Institute for Functional Medicine. I studied with them for about 5 years and got certified in functional medicine. And over time, I decreased my hours in the emergency room and started working in my private practice. And so I had Lyme disease and I had Hashimoto's. And I say had intentionally because I don't have any of those medical issues now. I don't take any medications. So if it can happen for me, it can happen for anybody. And I do it every day for my patients, but it starts with simple things like, oh, I'm having trouble remembering words, or my brain is not as clear in the learning, or, you know, I used to be able to hike and now I don't want to because I don't have the energy to do that. So a typical patient, we would start with a 1-hour appointment, and in that 1 hour I go through their entire history from the time they were in utero to present day, everything physical, mental, and emotional. Like all those things, all that trauma remains in our body. And over a long time, it starts signaling to the systems and they start to dysfunction. So the whole nervous system is based on sympathetic, like the tiger is behind you, or parasympathetic, that you're resting on the beach. And your heart, your lung, your gut, they all are balanced with that. I also get a lot of patients who, you know, society has taught us to look at weight or look at body image. And yes, it is good to be healthy. But what is healthy? Healthy is optimum amount of weight distributed in the right amount with muscle and fat, and also visceral fat. Visceral fat is fat around the organs. That is the fat that we don't want. We don't want that because that puts you at high risk for heart disease. You know, if I find any, we also do a big blood test. We check 166 different items on the blood test. We look at all the inflammation markers, nutritional markers, all the hormones. And we also look at inflammation in the blood vessels. So that combined with that autonomic nervous system test, if I see inflammation in the blood vessel, that to me is an early marker of impending heart disease or brain disease. So that's where I bring in ozone or hyperbaric therapy.
Great, so I made it down to 10 feet. I'll be in here for 10 minutes. It almost feels like when your ears are popping on a plane. You just have to swallow. And she said I can lay down and rest now. So it's exactly what I'm going to do. So I did not get any sleep last night. Okay. Let's fill my ears again.
So I describe it as if you were to look at a tree. So traditional medicine treats the spots on the leaves, and each subsection is like the subspecialty, like GI or cardio or pulmonary. We look at the roots and the soil. So if the soil is healthy, it has good nutrients, it's free from bad bugs, it's free from toxic metals, it has good water and minerals for the plant, and the root system, which is your emotional, spiritual system, if those are healthy, then it can pull up the nutrients from the soil, and you wouldn't need to fix the spots on the leaves anymore. The whole tree would be healthy.
Wow, hyperbaric therapy, that sounds so soothing and relaxing.